a millionaire doesn't mean you're done with your money like Carlos Reyes and Cody Sperber.
It means you're smart with your money because you know how hard it was to earn it.
Hey, what's going on, clever investors? Cody Sperber back again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's training video, we're gonna actually answer the question, what does it feel like to be a millionaire? Now, not only are you gonna hear from me, but you're gonna hear from some of my millionaire friends. That's one of the best parts about being a millionaire, is I get to hang around other really cool people that happen to be millionaires. And so I asked a couple of them to send me a video explaining what it feels like to be a millionaire. Wait till you hear the last one from my good friends, Pace and Jamil. Man, these guys are just clowns. You're gonna love the last video at the end of this. But, you know, if you're here on this channel, that means you want more out of life. You wanna become a millionaire, and that's what I wanna help you accomplish. Break free of the rat race, take control of your financial future. So, how's it feel to be a millionaire? Well, there's 20 million of us in the United States alone. That's about 8% of the adult population. It feels pretty dang good to be a millionaire. I've been pretty dead broke before. The guy at the, bank teller arguing, trying to get my overdraft fees waived. I've been that broke. Electricity getting shut off in the middle of playing some video games broke. How's it feel to be a millionaire? I'm in full control. I get to drive the freshest cars, sleep in the coolest houses, take the coolest vacations, all the lifestyle stuff. Of course, that comes along with being a millionaire, but there's also a ton of responsibility. I no longer am trading my time for money. I'm not just working at a 9-to-5 job. I start businesses, I scale businesses, I make big boy investments. That's a lot of pressure. I have hundreds of team members that I'm responsible for. So I still get up every single day. I still work hard. In fact, I probably work harder now that I'm successful than I ever did when I was a broke bookkeeper. I used to just emotionally, mentally check out at 5 o'clock. Now I'm on 24/7, all day, every day, 365. Even if it's Christmas and we're unwrapping gifts, if one of my companies has a major meltdown or some big opportunity, that's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of people that work for me that I'm responsible for. So you gotta step your game up if you wanna be a millionaire. Now, I will say this, the best thing about being a millionaire is not the lifestyle. It's the control and the freedom to make power moves to solve big problems. Back in the day when I was not a millionaire, I had little problems. Now I'm trying to solve big problems, and big problems sometimes come in the form of, how do I dig a well in the middle of Africa for this village because they don't have fresh water? How do I get supplies over? You're gonna hear from my good friend Kris Krohn about getting supplies over to Ukraine. How do we build an orphanage in Mexico and take care of 40 families? From my friend Cole Hatter. I mean, those are the big problems that I want to solve, global problems. How do we, save the elephants, that kind of thing. So to become a millionaire, there's really 3 things that you're gonna want to accomplish. Number 1 is you gotta master your mindset. Millionaires are not negative. Millionaires have a very strong routine, very strong positive daily habits, and you gotta master your mindset. You cannot be negative and constantly complaining or being a victim and end up being a millionaire. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you gotta master the power of proximity. You gotta get into bigger, better circles. Okay, there's a reason why they say you're the direct byproduct of your 4 or 5 closest friends. Those inputs are gonna dictate your outputs, all right? So whether that's your relationships with the people you're hanging around, your coaches, your mentors, your parents, your friends, whatever that is, or if it's the books that you're reading or listening to, those people can also be mentors to you. The things that you're listening to dictate your outputs, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is you're gonna wanna master the power of leverage. You can only work so many hours in a day. You cannot save your way to wealth. You have to master the ability of starting businesses and scaling those businesses and allowing other people's time, energy, resources, network connections, knowledge, all of that stuff to work in your favor. It's all about compound results, right? You can't go incremental. You gotta go exponential. And when you go exponential by leveraging other people's time, money, energy, resources, all that good stuff, that's how you get that really big lift, okay? So just pay attention to that as you're navigating and maneuvering through life. You start doing those 3 things, and naturally more and more opportunities and more money is gonna start coming your way. All right, with that being said, let's listen to some of my good friends as they explain to you what it feels like to them to be a millionaire.
Hey, Kris Krohn here. For me, being a millionaire is definitely about creating magic for my family, like incredible memories, having an upgraded lifestyle. But beyond that, it also includes what just happened this last week. I just got back from the Ukraine. I brought $1 million worth of medical supplies to the front lines, to hospitals. We helped resupply the kind of things that make meaningful contribution and even save lives. Me and a team of entrepreneurs were able to experience that together. And that wouldn't be possible without the abundance mindset that comes with mastering the game of money and learning how to become a millionaire.
Going on a 2-month road trip and not having to worry about my JOB or where the next check is coming from, collaborating with investors all over the country, figuring out how we can give back, traveling the world, and really just doing the things that we love when we want to, with whom we want to, whenever we want to. I love it. Just do it.
Here we go. This is Tijani, the Entrepreneur, and I want to go ahead and let you know 2 things that I love about being a 7-figure earner. Well, number one, if you're anything like me, anybody like me who is a leader, not only in your business, not only in your community and the people that you serve, but also a leader in your family, then you understand when I say that one of my favorite things is being able to provide and take care of my family. Because my family, I am the person in my family that everybody looks to, right? So if you're in that position and being able to provide for your family as they look to you is one of the biggest blessings that I have the pleasure of being a part of. So, and the second thing I would say is the journey, right? The journey in sense of the person I became in my journey. So one of the biggest things you have to understand, if you want to be a 7-figure earner, understand that you're going to have to be a type of person of character, integrity that warrants 7 figures. So the person that I became on the way up here is not the person that I was when I first got started. And I love that about this journey. So keep that in mind, and happy wholesaling, y'all.
So for me, being a millionaire doesn't necessarily mean that I'm rich in assets. It means that I'm rich in time. When you reach a certain point in financial success, it allows you to stop trading your personal time for money, which frees up a lot of time to invest in things that you want to do, and more importantly, in your family and your loved ones. Now, the flip side of that coin is to get to that level, you're probably going to own some sort of a business that employs a lot of people, and you're going to be really working through their time. Now, that creates an enormous sense of responsibility because for me, every single person that works for me or one of our companies, I am personally responsible for their financial future, which creates a lot of pressure. But that pressure is what creates success, for me anyway. Now, I'm gonna leave you with this last thought. Now, my son, when he was very small, I asked him what he wanted to do when he grew up. He said, I wanna be you. And I said, why is that? He said, because I wanna be the boss. I said, what's the best thing about being the boss? He said, nobody gets to tell you what to do. I said, you know what the worst part about being the boss is? He said, what's that? I said, nobody tells me what to do. With great wealth sometimes comes a lot of pressure, but it's not too much you can't overcome it.
You asked me, what is it like to be a millionaire? Well, I think the biggest thing is that I get to do the one thing that most people want to do but can't, which is I get to control my own time. That means I get to say yes or no to the projects I work on. I get to decide who I work with, who I don't work with. I could decide to have breakfast with my family tomorrow morning and go shopping in the afternoon if I want to. I get to curate the lifestyle that I want to live, and I get to do that for my family too, which is amazing. I also love being able to support organizations and causes that we feel really passionate about, and not just by making policy at our own companies to make the changes we want to see, but we also get to financially make an impact on other organizations. And I think the one thing that people don't really talk about, but all of us will tell you that it happens, is when you get more and more success, you get to be around more and more like-minded individuals. Like attracts like. So I get the opportunity to hang out with people that are either equally or more successful than I am, which continues to motivate me and keeps me on my toes. And it's one of the most wonderful aspects of getting more and more successful as time goes on. So that's what it's like to be me.
Carlos Reyes, allinnation.com. The most powerful blessing about being a multimillionaire is that we get to be a blessing to others. You know, I don't know if you know my story, but I come from absolutely nothing. Dirt poverty, dirt floors, dirt streets, no running water, no electricity, from Mexico. That's right, northern Sonora, Mexico. And I came here illegally twice, grew up with a single mom, and all I could ever think about was, man, oh man, if I ever make it out of the survival state that I'm in, I am going to retire my mother and be there for those that love me and for those that I love most. And I'll be 100% with you. In my life, that is one of the biggest accomplishments. Not the fact that, You know, I've been able to make multiple 7 figures and 8 figures. It's the fact that I get to bless those around me and bless others and show them the way and let them know what's possible. Have faith. Love you.
What's it feel like to be a millionaire? Feels fucking great. It's the middle of a Thursday and I'm out here playing tennis with a bunch of rich white women. This is my Thursday and they're beating me, by the way. It's about choices. It's about flexibility. You know, before this I dropped my daughter off at school. I played some Xbox. I hopped on some calls. I don't want to make it sound like I don't work, because I do, but it's the flexibility. Like in school, there was no flexibility. You got to go to class, sit there at these times. For most jobs, you got to be there at certain times. It's the flexibility to do what you want and to learn weird new shit like tennis. Yeah, you should do it. It's fucking great.
Hey guys, John Mallot coming at you. I am the founder and CEO of OSnap Active Lifestyle. We play in the network marketing space. We've done in the space over $1.4 billion in gross sales. When I make $10 million personally, my team makes $100 million. For me, becoming a millionaire, it means freedom. It's meant the ability to take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese on a Tuesday afternoon. It's meant the ability to sleep until I'm done sleeping, to schedule my business around my family, to travel when I want to do what I want to do, what I choose to do. I don't live in a world if I have to anymore. I live in a world if I choose to. Set a goal to become a millionaire, not for the dollars themselves, but for what you have to become in the process of becoming a millionaire. It's made me a better husband. It's made me a better father, a better leader, and a better man.
You want to know what it's like to be a millionaire?
We grow our own food with hose. I cut coupons because it's fun. I have a 3-legged dog because he's cheaper to feed.
I drive around looking for sales on used furniture off the street.
Here's one.
I ride my bike to work.
And so do I. Being a millionaire doesn't mean you're done with your money like Carlos Reyes and Cody Sperber.
It means you're smart with your money because you know how hard it was to earn it.
Pace and Jamil, we're fucking millionaires.